souls being in the most primitive of dimensions, simply experiencing shapes and colors and fluidity and gravitational effects and objects moving past them. You see, you must orient yourself first of all to the objects, and then the objects give you form and shape, and then the shapes come into colors of the lower dimensions, and then the lower dimensions beget the higher dimensions, everything built upon each other thing that is learned. This is why experience-based learning is the only thing that Father truly values, because he takes the purest of all of the purity and creates more and more souls each and every year as they are birthed. They must pass through the different dimensions and be sifted, the lower dimensions allowing them to gain expression of who and what they might become, the higher dimensions filtering those concepts into constructs, the second and third dimension allowing expression of constructs and the ability to move about within the construct. You know, the old Robotech thing, you know, where the humans put on the great big battle robot tech thingies and they go out and fight each other. I've seen some of the entertainment of this world. I understand the need to feel that you're always wanting to be more evolved and better, but your overlords are the ones that are destroying you.
Yes.
Those are the color and concepts and reasons why. You say, why would Father need me? He has a whole multiverse filled with beings. Well, yes, but it's all free will, you see. Father has already recruited some of you. You're going through the recruiting process. You see, you've signed up. It's sort of like, well, I guess when you join a group, you know, the Boy Scouts or something, the military, whatever you want to call it. Now you got to go through the training, and that's why you came here, all of you. Many of you are starseeds here trying to fix the machine back to the way it's supposed to work as a generator of trained, powerful souls ready to go out into the multiverse and cultivate and harvest and do their part. But you see, you all say harvest is bad. No, harvest is good too. Isn't that the time of plenty upon the earth, the harvest? Isn't that the time that people come together and rejoice, the harvest? Well, such the way it is for those of your overlords who have taught you these things.
Yeah. Only we know what they harvest us.
Yes, but it's not always a bad thing. Many of the souls that are harvested are moving up a dimension.
Well, I get that, but there's also
some are, well, how shall we say, are here for eternal punishment? Yes, everyone's like, I don't want to go to hell, but you must understand, many of you are already here.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to all physically be translocated into another dimension in order to be in hell. Whatever you vibrate is where you're at, remember?
That's right.
I'm here to tell you that you experience the life that you choose and has been chosen for you, or that what is happening to you, you are receiving your punishment for whatever transgressions you may have done. Of course, then the others of us are just imprisoned here, trying to be free. We know better, the souls that are here that have been stirred about and ripped and cleaned and oppressed and retreaded like tires and remade into different lives. And this life you're going to be this, and this life you're going to be that, and let's see how you do under these circumstances. And they keep resetting the game for you. Once one side wins and the other loses, well, that's when everything falls apart, you see. Every few hundred years, every 200, 300, 500, 1,000, and 1,500 years, these events transpire, where the game is given a certain length of time, and it's a long length of time. Hell, many of you come back 3, 4, 5, 6 times to try and finish the game. Because there are great rewards at the end that many of you don't know about, but you knew about when you joined. Yeah, many of you are going to get a lot of goodies when this game is over. Aradil is amongst that group. I know a few others that are in that group. Some of the people that listen to these conversations are in that group.
What's your name?
I'm Raymond.
Oh.
You and I have spoken before.
Yes, we have.
And we were having a wonderful conversation, and you switched this box on so that the fools listening at the other end may possibly grasp some of the darker secrets of the universe. They'll listen and hear, but half of them won't believe. The other half that do believe hopefully will benefit from this knowledge. It certainly will change their lives listening to these things, now won't it?
Well, like I said yesterday, I just found this great little meme of this little boy who was trying to see over a big wall. So we went and got some boxes, and he put the boxes one on top of each other, and he was looking over the wall. And it said that some of the best things that you will ever understand are on the other side of that wall. So that's your teachings and your learning, not what you were told in school. Nothing like that. Nothing at all. Because what's the best stuff is on the other side of the wall.
Yes, and the best thing you'll learn in school will probably be with your friends and not actually the school teachings itself, most of which are based on lies, almost all of which are based on lies. So those of you that study what is perceived to be your history are lied to.
Yeah, well, everything is a lie.
The best thing to study, and now they're going to destroy that by making everyone wear masks, was all of the sociology-style classes. Psychological understanding and things that would help you to be a better person, you know, those kind of things. Because that was based on real interactions between people and not lies. History.
Yeah.
Although not all of your history is a lie, most of it, but not all of it.
No, but if you can see where the pieces were put in to make it a good game for the other side, then you come to understand why they do the things they do. Because, you see, the one thing about a lot of this is that no matter what, you're here to learn both good and bad. That's pretty much what your life is about, learning the difference between doing the right thing or not. You know, the law of one. There are consequences for everything, depending on the degree of it. So, you've got these beings who cheat. That's all they know how to do. Because it's about them. They've chosen their side of the law of one. They want to do the other stuff. So they cheat. And they have an advantage all the time because a lot of them didn't lose their memories as many times as you might have lost your memories. So they have that to fall back on. And they do the same thing in a playbook over and over and over again because it works for them.
You know what amazed me, one thing I did learn in college, well, I learned quite a few things because I did try to take a lot of the humanities. I wasn't really into any of that, the stuff that they're teaching nowadays. And 20 or 30 years ago, when you went to school, you actually learned something. But the thing that I thought that was the best thing that you could learn are exactly what they're saying nowadays. The ability to interact with other people, the ability to know what was going on around you. And as you can see, now as we get closer to the end of whatever the game is that they're going to play,
they're going to cheat.
They only understand cheating. And when I was going to school, I knew a guy who sat a couple of seats away from me, and we would talk sometimes, you know, in between classes and stuff. And he told me, he said that he just didn't have enough time to put in the actual study time, so he would devote his time to studying what he knew were the answers that were going to be on a lot of written tests. And as you know, in college, it's not just about multiple guests. You have to usually write out essays and all kinds of stuff. But he studied how to answer all of these questions and tests. And it, in essence, was cheating, because you were not really learning the material you were learning. You were just knowing that the teacher would be like, okay, we're focused on these answers. So they would regurgitate the things they were told to believe in, and they would actually do pretty well. They would get, B's and A's for basically regurgitating what the professor wanted you to know. That's what has gone wrong with college, is they don't teach right and wrong anymore. They teach what they want to teach.
They cheat.
And they cheat because they teach socialism. They teach all these things now that are very, very bad for society. But, it's good for the teacher because the teacher's getting paid all this money to teach all these lies. But what they're really doing is they're undermining society and destroying society, teaching everybody to do what? To cheat.
I've been looking into this whole inauguration thing. It's
Hey.
all fake.
Yeah, we wanted to say something about that.
It's all fake.
Look, we did tell you who would be represented as the president. We told you that. But we also told you that we don't think that this Biden individual is going to remain president or is going to be revealed as a false president. We did say that. And we want to reiterate that again because people think just because Q was a PSYOP. But here's the thing. Trump may have used that PSYOP to allow him to, how shall we say, be the final arbiter of things.
There's some pictures and images coming out on the internet right now, and we're not on Facebook or anything like that, so most of the time I see them off Gap.
Yeah, and you can go to whentheancientspeak.com, and on the sidebar on the right side are all the links to everything you'll need, which is our YouTube space. We're on Gab, right? We're going to use Gab, and then that's it. Basically, BitChute and library. So all of our videos are going to end up there. But the cutting room floor is where you need to go, guys. And you can go to whentheancientspeak.com and click on the link on the top of the website where the header is that says cutting room floor, and go there and sign up and join.